Independent candidate Chin Lun-thang Zhou withdraws nomination. Lone rival BJP candidate Ginswan Hao Zhou wins by poll of 60, staying at AC uncontested. Manipur Pollution Control Board to take stern action under Pollution Act against hospitals which failed to dispose bio-waste properly. Chief Minister Northumam Birane appeals to civil bodies to take major roles in ensuring compliance of COVID-19 related SOPs. Manipur reports 345 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and 3 deaths in last 24 hours. Delhi reaches 16,621. Death toll rises to 127. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 77th lakh deaths to reach toll reaches 1,16,616. Recovery rate stands above 89%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Kanel Shambanduram. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the top stories and latest news at this hour. Independent candidate Chin Lun-thang Zhou, the lone rivals of ex-MLA and BJP candidate Ginswan Hao Zhou for the by-election of 60 Singat Assembly constituency in Churachandpur district has withdrawn his nomination. With his withdrawal, BJP candidate Ginswan Hao has won the election uncontested. Chin Lun-thang's proposal intimated the withdrawal of the candidature to returning officer Thangboy Gangte around 11 a.m. today. The RO has accepted his withdrawal. By-election will now be conducted for only 4 assembly constituencies in the state on the 7th of November. Impact News sources said Chin Lun-thang, son of late Thang Khan Lal, has been appointed as officer on the special duty of the Tribal Affairs and Hills Department, as per the official notice dated September 24, issued by Additional Chief Secretary of Tribal Affairs and Hills in the name of the Governor of Manipur. Chin Lun-thang has been appointed as the OSD. It has speculated that Chin Lun-thang must have withdrawn his nomination following his appointment as the OSD. Chairman of the Manipur Pollution Control Board, MLA L. Radhakishore, has warned of stern actions under the Pollution Act against both private and government hospitals which failed to dispose of bio-waste properly. He was speaking on the sideline of an inspection visit to solid waste management plant at Moirang Tekmu Patya under Moirang Municipal Council today. L. Radhakishore inspected the site following complaints by locals regarding improper dumping of solid waste at the site. Moirang MLA P. Sarat Chandra and officials of the Manipur Pollution Control Board accompanied him.
Pollution Control Board ang city Manipur da su hariba COVID-19 coronavirus ki achauba chithiang ama lakpanina Mr. Leriba Hospital Healthcare Unit se Manipur da lese 543 numbers healthcare unit hospital le Manipur da hariba singse koi mathau phajna tawbra haibadi masdagi puthoreba biomedical waste singse masida su koi COVID center or hospital dagi puthorpa man biomedical waste man pot khra u bisu le karama haina ekoi treatment tawgani kada ida dispose tawgani karama ida segregate tawni haibasi samar haira phawda gyan sukta ta bidre ba mayam si adorega di ekoi pulam siminara sira pulam mangminara sira haibagi tangai phadaba tanja du yoro abanina aina hajaga da se Manipur Pollution Control Board na Manipur state leriba healthcare unit punamo ekoi wasidagi ekoi check tawgani niyom chungna tomdrega di madu phamon thok penalty ekoi soidra bigani.
Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren has appealed to members of local clubs, civil society organizations and other bodies to take barefooted roles in ensuring that public abide by COVID-19 SOPs. An emergency meeting chaired by Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren was held at Chief Minister's Secretariat today. Ministers, MLAs, members of a State Consultative Committee for COVID-19, representatives of a Joint Committee of Civil Society Organizations on COVID Awareness, State COVID Task Force, People's Task Force on COVID-19, officials of government and private hospitals and top officials of Health Department attended the meeting. They share opinions on how to tackle the ongoing pandemic during the meet. Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren listened to their proposals and feedbacks attentively and assured to improve the lacking equipments, manpower, hospital beds and ventilators without further delay. The Chief Minister said that the government acknowledged the need for a dedicated COVID hospital in the state. Bambiren added that instead of constructing a separate COVID hospital, necessary equipment will be kept at RIMS Dental Hospital and the vacant blocks of Jennings, as well as increase the number of beds for COVID-19 patients. The Chief Minister said he will visit the sites tomorrow. Speaking about the upcoming by-election, Chief Minister Nongthong Bambiren said that the election is being conducted as it is a requirement under the Indian Constitution. Manipur reported 345 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 3 deaths in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 16,621, of which 4,101 are active cases. In the last 24 hours, 3 coronavirus infected persons, one 70-year-old female from the Vishnupur district passed away at Raj Medicity. Another 35-year-old male also from Vishnupur passed away at Jennings, while a 58-year-old male from Noni district died at Regional Institute of Medical Sciences. With this, death toll has reached to 127. On the positive note, 196 people were discharged in the past 24 hours and recovery cases have reached 12,393. State's recovery rate stands at 74.56%. Out of the newly infected persons, 339 are from general population and 6 are personnel of Central Armed Police Force. Newly infected persons from the general population are 154 from Imphal West District, 71 from Imphal East, 31 from Thoubal District, 25 from the Tamenglong, 23 from the Vishnupur, 17 from the Churachandpur District, 6 from Senapati, 4 each from Chandel and Technopole, 2 from Ukhrul and 1 each from the Jiribam and Kakching. 7 persons out of the general population, 5 from Imphal West and 2 from Imphal East District are originates from other states, while the rest are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. 6 students' bodies disarmed MSU, AIMS, KSA, MSF and the SUK continued their relay hunger strike, which begins yesterday, demanding the government to fulfill their 12-point charter of demands, including a formation of a concrete state policy to combat COVID-19 pandemic. Taking part in the protest meet staged near Disarmed office in Kwakitel today, Secretary General of Disarmed Leshangthimd Lamyanba expressed concern at the rising death toll from COVID-19 and spiking in positive cases this month. Condemning the government for failing to take necessary measures to combat the pandemic, he appealed to fulfill their demands to contain COVID-19. Lamyanba also urged the public and civil society organizations to raise against the government's failure. He appealed to the government to set up a 500-bedded COVID-19 hospital first, among their other demands.
Hauzik se laina lai asina naba missing di hauzik handaki tha asina su lising taret ki mathakta narakani haina pari banina hospital da laifam lairaktabagi thodok sing soidana make tholakani maram aduna athuba matamda 500 bedded leiba duguma dedicated covid hospital sabiu makha tanasu hena 500 bedded ki oiba dedicated hospital kaya mathang sabiraknabagi damakta thawrang sing paikhat kadaba matam asida lengak asina kaisu nasungna tumina laisin bagi thawong ase aikoi gi miyam sing asibu sirasanu haidana maithakta thambani haina lowi maram aduna leibak asibu nungsiba talagadi covid 19 asibu yamna lumna lobi bagal loidana masle thengna bagi damakta yamna comprehensive oiba policy sing semduna madubu implement tawna ba aikoi hona biu.
In wake of the alarming rise in COVID-19 related death toll in Churachandpur district, CMO Churachandpur Dr. V.C. Pal Tonsing has issued new SOPs for handling the bodies with immediate effect. As per the new SOPs, staff on duty in morgue vend for handling COVID-19 positive bodies will only fetch the bodies from the hospital, COVID care center or morgue and carry the bodies in ambulance till the graveyard, while the volunteers of civil society organizations, philanthropic organizations or village authorities concerned will be responsible for dropping coffins in the grave. Required PPEs on personal protective gears for the concerned civil society organizations will be arranged by themselves. Technopol DC has declared 2 areas in Moreh Market as containment zone after 2 individuals of Moreh Ward number 6 tested positive for COVID-19. Deemed to have committed an offence punishable under Section 188 of the Indian Penal Code 1860. Police personnel are playing active roles in raising awareness about COVID-19. In Fallis District Police today carried out relay on Jan Andolan public campaign for COVID-appropriate behavior. ASP, SDPO, DSP, OC Haingang Police, SDC Haingang Infal is Traffic Police, reserved lined members of local clubs, community leaders and Bairapaibi members took part in the relay, which kicks off from the Laifam Kuno, passing through Don Bosco area, Sangakfam Bazaar, Paumei Colony, Kontha Ahalup, Panthoibi, Haingang Thokchom Laikai, and finally concluded at Haingang Mayai Laikai. Campaigners urged the public to abide by COVID-19 related SOPs given under Manipur Epidemic Disease Regulations 2020. A team led by Segmai Police OCSH Joy Kumar also carried out a public awareness campaign on COVID-19 at Senjamd Chairang village under Segmai Police Station today. The team urged public in the containment zones to remain indoor. Volunteers of Senjamd Chirang Youth Club and the Asha workers of Kurkult PHC took part in the campaign. In a bid to contain the spread of coronavirus in the state, Apunba Irepaki Mahiro Shingpanglup aims is launching anti-drug drive at various places of the state starting tomorrow. AIMS members said one of the main reasons for the spread of coronavirus is from spats of pond residues on street and other public places. AIMS appealed to Mairapaibi groups, local clubs and organizations to extend necessary cooperation to their initiatives. Two-day training program on biofrog fish farming kicked off at Directorate of Fisheries in Lamphel today with an aim to boost fish production in Manipur. Additional Chief Secretary M.H. Kant inaugurated the event organized by Fishery Department. Speaking exclusively to Impact News, Fishery Director Brojendro Ningthaujam said state produced only 32,000 metric tons of the fishes out of the required amount of 52,000 metric tons of for consumption. Hence, the remaining 20,000 metric tons of the fish are being imported. He expressed a firm belief that biofrog fish farming will enhance fish production and meet the need of the people in the state. Rajendra also said that centre's approval is being awaited to provide necessary assistance to those interested in biofrog farming under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. 50 people will be trained under the program.
Biofloc training tawrisi sarangna mi lisingani ahumuk sum tawjage na khoi pandam thamjabani du pilot oina khoina ngasi dagi horaga mi sani gi pandam se handaki tha manung sida losi naba de tang kumapan phawmanung da losi naba thamjabani mi yankai gi sing numini ni tawraga ti Manipur gi semilon so khara phaba aduga ungi nga su kitang import to se handana ba na ina pandam ma thamjaraga biofloc se tangai patana khoi gi ising leitam phomdu sing tamda hekta tawba yaba mong sida masi paikhatlagadi masi karakta warasu hoigi supply je hingat kadra khanjabade gaina biofloc training sing asi yam kanna thoi hakchang yauna tawraga oi khona jabani
asi ki training loiraga moi interested farmer sing na karmain tawbaya biofloc culture ki adugi government na karmain mateng pibaya kari support pibaya so koi yengjagani pradhan mantri matsya sampada yojana ki akhada DPR thare more than 80 crore ki DPR thagi bani aduda biofloc fish culture ki DPR Sulairi, more than 40 biofloc units will be established.
Maitei Irol Ieg Loina Shilol Apunbalukt Milalt and Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur, Desam, have appealed to trained teachers on the State Council of Education Research and Training SCERT and District Institute of Education and Training Diet centers under the Council of Mother Tongue. Speaking to media at Milal head office at Imphal's Independent Market today, Milal General Secretary Huiremd Loikomba appreciated the mother tongue or local or regional language is to be the medium of instructions in all schools up to class 5 and preferably till class 8 and beyond under the National Education Policy 2020. He stressed on the need to train the teachers in mother tongue or mother language first to facilitate them in teaching the students in mother language or mother tongue. Taking part in the press meet, Desam President and Addison said they have already apprised the relevant authorities about the same, but they seemed to have sidelined the matter. He said that a memorandum will be submitted regarding the same within a week to the relevant authorities.
NEP 2020 da yauriba se khoi foundation dagi horaga magi class 8 fawbada khoi regional language ta takpiu haibani aduna tangai padana Manipur da leiriba diet asi khoi regional language ta training tawbiu amasung masi tangai padana hangmam thoi akhoi ne heta haijam nate atopa state tasu West Bengal dasu masi center se hangdokhiba leibani diet ki hujijik SCRT ki lampel ki hujijik oiriba director masa maksu khoi government ki participate oina mogi meeting da su yawarga masamang su haikiba leirabani
NCT na haibasi leiriba institute tugi medium instruction hongba haibasa masi NCT gi ithau nate masi leiriba state tugi education department ka masi tanaraga masi tawgadabani haidana reply pi basa masi akoina thengnarabani masi ge akoina khangbasi state amada leiba teacher education gi institute amada delete ki course hangba taragadi hariba medium instruction se masi hongba natagana hongdaba haibasa masi state ki madugi affiliate tawriba natragana madugi akoi education department ki masina adumak tawba yai haibasi masi akoina khangle aduna Manipur government ki mafamda Manipur government ta desamamadi milana masi akoina appeal tawjabani.
Members of Pangal Students Union, Danamanjuri University, have alleged foul play by authorities concerned in this year's entrance examination for admission to various bachelor courses at Danamanjuri University. Union General Secretary Muhammad Sakeen Maiband warned of boycotting admission procedures if the overall merit list of the exam were not issued latest by 24th of October. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club today, Sakeen claimed that unfair practice have been going on since 2018 during entrance test of Dhannamanjari Arts, Science, Commerce and GP Women's College. He added that other category candidates were listed among OBC Meitei Pangal category is in the final selection list which came out yesterday. Sakeen also demanded to provide a 4-person reservation for Meitei Pangal category for admission.
OBC category selection list adi phangaba list thola aba matam sida list adi yawraktaba ti mark ti yawre already mark ti yawrakan sida akoi selection list adi yawraktaba aduga lastly up into the Dhannamanjari University registrar or other principal laiba mari lainaba authority aduga laibas kan sida kaigumba hanak lakliba date 24 fo si manungda overall merit list tholaktaba taragadi 24 sidagidi admission process amadi admission changadaba procedure makai PSU DMU Pangan Student Union Dhannamanjari University ki makai da PSU DMU ki makai dagi boycott tawjagani haina goi PSU DMU ki makai dagi hazare.
Pangal Students Organization Manipur and Old Manipur Muslim Students Organization AMMSO have condemned the other category candidates were listed among OBC Meitei Pangal category in the selection notice for admission to BA, BSc courses of Dhannamanjari University, Manipur. Kwai Nungseng Sinthalut KHNSI has urged the state government to convert Manipur into a full-fledged healed state at the earliest. Speaking to media, KHNSI President Shamba Subam urged the Chief Minister to make Manipur a full-fledged hill state in order to save the natives. He warned that the KHNSI along with the public will launch intense agitations if their demands were sidelined.
Manipur bu sing amasung tam hill amasung valley khaidokpagi mahutta hill state ama oina mapung phana sanhalaba matamda da Manipur asida tungkoiba warosin porakani mainungsang sinha lokki maike dagi objek paliba BJP gi laingak honorable CM amasung election amadi election da karga doriba MLA sing amadi MLA Matri Mudon Kudimagna, Manipur Watu Vatamda, Hill State, Ama Mapung Paba Hill State, Ama, Waina View, Masida Karigumba, Langakna, Hawaii, than a domination Mataragadi, and Lake Kunai Singapulaga, and Singalumna, Akan Bakunjam Yam, Sangila Lagani.
Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
अथुबगी ओइना पोस्टिंग असि कौजरी सुपरवाइजर इलेक्ट्रिशियन जेसीबी ड्राइवर टाटा ट्रक मैकेनिक जेसीबी मैकेनिक प्रोक्लान मैकेनिक वेल्डर टायर फिटर हेवा व्हीलर ड्राइवर प्रोकन ड्राइवर अकुपा मरोल की दमक भारतीय इंफ्रा प्रोजेक्ट्स लिमिटेड इंफाल लंगथबा लेब अवांग लेकाय नियर CRPF कैंप मोंगसांगई कॉन्टैक्ट नंबर 7629004089 नत्रगा 7005524270.
Aiming Shambanduram Yunam, Atak Pangtokiba, NEET 2020 exam da, Agi first attempt da, Manipur Yono topper over Namjakivani. Nasi Aina Manipur topper over Namzabasi, Maruina, Commit Kiozasing Amusum, Agi parents in the credit as Pijaning. Like Taki Batanatana, Piduna, positive mindset Propoda, Commit Kiozasing as Ododan Wiki. Ozana Takpi Kibasing, Makoina Bibi Kiba guidance, exam da Yam Nasanaba Wiki. If you want to crack this exam, I will recommend Comet.
Akash, India's #1 coaching institute for medical and engineering with a legacy of more than 31 years. Akash scores a perfect hat-trick in NEET 2020 with top 3 ranks 3 years in a row. Enroll now for new repeater batches. Akash Institute, success is waiting. For more details, kindly contact Akash Institute Manipur Center. Contact number 8974412755 or 690-937-8833. Panthoibi Group presents Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, has completed its 15 years of service, having 13 branches including Guwahati. Provides subsidized home loan under PMAY-CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Panthoibi Microfinance deals in microfinance. Panthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loans against fixed deposit and properties. Panthoibi Construction booking is going on for flats, villas, row house. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies. companies. Report Mamlekai Imphal. Panthoibi Group.
Welcome back. After the break, you are watching Prime-Timed English Bulletin. India's COVID-19 cash load has crossed 77 lakh with 55,839 new coronavirus infections reported in the last 24 hours, while the number of people who have recovered from the disease are above 68 lakh 74,000, pushing the country's recovery rate to above 89%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, that toll has reached 1 lakh 16,616, and active COVID-19 cases are above 7 lakh 15,000, with Maharashtra still on top with above 1 lakh 59,000 active cases of COVID-19. According to ICMR, during the last 24 hours, more than 14 lakh tests have been conducted. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 4 crore 15 lakh people. Above 1 crore 1 lakh 37,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 3 crore 9 lakh 60,000. United States of America is on top with more than 27 lakh 55,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil. One-day webinar on the People's Movement Jan Andolan on behavioral change, initiated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, was organized by Press Information Bureau and the Field Outreach Bureau, ISOLT, today. Many professors and media persons from across the Northeast states, including Manipur, took part in the webinar. Director Press Information Bureau Infald Avishek Dayal stressed on the need for officials and media to work together closely so that the message on how to contain COVID-19 reaches every citizen. Attendees share their opinions on India's fight against the pandemic. Chairman of ADC Tamelong, Namshin Ray Panmei, inaugurated Barak-type teachers' quarter at Kamranga Khashi village under Tausem subdivision in Tamelong district today. Speaking at the event, Namshin Ray Panmei assured of constructing an SDC office at Phytold and a water supply scheme. Speaking on the occasion, Executive Member of ADC Tamelong, Hatling Dongeld, lauded ADC Chairman, Project Director, staffs and villagers of their help in the construction of the quarter. Democratic Youth Federation, Hairog, has criticized the principal of Hairog Higher Secondary School for giving conflicting statement over the demolition of some rooms of the school building. Speaking to media, DFY Publicity Secretary Jiteshwar Saikom said upon the personal inquiry, the school principal Jilla has earlier stated that the supporters of the former relevant minister during the construction of the school demolished the room on 19th of October. Jiteshwar condemned the principal for saying otherwise during the meeting attended by officials of ZEO Taubal on 29th of October. During the meeting, the principal allegedly said that the school building was demolished as per an order from the government. He questions the credibility of the principal and suspected his involvement in the corruption. Jiteshwar claimed that brand new blocks of the school which were yet to be inaugurated were also demolished. He appealed to the relevant ZEO to inspect the area along with DYF members.
Hairokno Upper Primary School, Amadingarokan Primary School, Sidoki Bagi Polam Sing, Adu, Tano Tangin Tojinga, Akogi Mail and ZEO, Amadi, DYFki, Mio Singapun, and Basic Dominamit and Jadu, Akolojage, Tasiana, Sigumlava, Yamna Tangai Padrava, Miangi, public property, Nium from the Sina, Si Haduna, Divayabna, just made the Agi Hong the Kitang Hajavada, Divayapulan, who lives at Tasina Live Activity, Akoyam, Divayaki Magadi Hashina, Kaliam Tawi, who's usually Isusida, Manipur government, Amadi, Education Department, Amadi, Manipur Tonga Tonga, Bas Hatris and Sansing, to Milation Bagimuta, Kadai Pova, Nium Sumatori, have a Sultan, Hatris and Sansing, Amadi, Mailan of government, authority in the Tijan Birga, Hena Pava. public property sibu maram chumna sina basi tang tawina ba da diwai ke maike de puning sing.
A team of anti-drug cell unit Jiribam police seized 2,700 bottles of contraband co-friend CD cough syrup last evening. Police recovered the contraband syrup bottles hiding in 27 carton box from a Tata truck bearing registration number AS01 KC 2239 coming from Assam at the checkpoint near Jiribam Driver Union office. Jiribam Police Station has lodged an FIR and investigations are underway. Jiribam MLA Shambanduram has distributed pensions to senior citizens and widows from his monthly salary. Mazarund BB Memorial Trust MBMT Sonapur organized the event at the conference hall of Child Welfare Ashram Jiribam in Bahupara. Pensions booked and monetary help were presented to over 50 beneficiaries on the occasion. MLA Shambanduram said he has given 200 rupees each per month to those who were deprived of other pension schemes. Manipur Royal Palace. Manipur Chairab Loishang has inducted 10 individuals who have sworn to abide by the strict rules and regulations of the Royal Palace. Angom Ningthau of the Manipur Royal Palace, Roshoras Mani, has presented them acknowledgement certificates and manafi. Press release from the Manipur Royal Palace, Manipur Chairab Loishang, said that the 10 individuals took oath at the hold of the Manipur Pandit Loishang, Manipur Royal Palace. They are now allowed to wear Khamin Chatpa, Lamdang Kulak, Ration Furit, Kuzi Tal and other ornaments, items of the Meitei traditions on special occasions. It may be mentioned that these traditional attires are allowed to wear only after obtaining permission from the king in the ancient times. The 66th Manipur Theatre Day was observed at the Manipur Dramatic Union in Yashkul, Polishland yesterday. Speaking at the event, Art and Culture Director Ngangumd Uttam credited the artists of the state for making Manipur a notable state in the country despite the lack of basic amenities of the Art and Culture Department. The prestigious Theatre Centre Award were conferred upon the three renowned artists on the occasion. Naharolgi Thaugdang, Delhi editor, cum media advisor of the Health Service Manipur, Khoiromd Loya Lakpa, and the president of Theatre Centre Manipur, Padmashri Nabawarepa, were among those present at the event. Members of the Old Manipur Filmmaker and Producers Association have condoled the untimely demise of the former producer and founder of the Cine Equipment Center, Moirangthemed Satyabhama, from the Kurai Lamlong. It may be mentioned that Satyabhama took pivotal roles to uplift Manipur digital cinema. Members of the association observed 2-minute silence as a mark of respect to the departed soul. Now the news from the world of sports. The much-awaited top professional, the Football League of India, the 7th Hero Indian Super League ISL, is all set to kick off from November 20. The session is expected to run till March 8, 2021. The league will be held under the aegis of All India Football Federation, AIFF. The entire tournament will be played under a bio-bubble in Goa in view of the prevailing COVID-19 pandemic. Matches will be played at the Fatodra Stadium, the GMC Athletic Stadium and the Tilak Maidan Stadium. Altogether 11 teams, namely ATK Mohan Bagan Football Club, Bengaluru Football Club, Goa Football Club, Chennaiyin Football Club, Kerala Blasters, Mumbai City Football Club, Orissa Football Club, Hyderabad Football Club, Jamshedpur Football Club, North East United Football Club and Sporting Club East Bengal will compete in the tournament. Bengaluru Football Club will lock horns with Kerala Blaster Football Club in the first match of the league. Athletic Federation of India has postponed the senior level national throws championship indefinitely owing to the rising cases of COVID-19 cases in the country. The two-day meet was scheduled to be held in Patiala on the 26th and 27th of October, but it has been postponed after a special meeting of Athletic Federation of India Executive Council. It is understood that Sports Authority of India (SAI) has concerned about participants travelling to Patiala amid the pandemic. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. Independent candidate Chinlun Thang Zhou withdraw nomination. Lone rivals BJP candidate Ginswan Hao Zhou wins a by-poll of 60 Singat Assembly constituency uncontested. Manipur Pollution Control Board takes stern actions under Pollution Act against hospitals which failed to dispose bio-waste properly. Chief Minister Nongthoen Biren appeals to civil bodies to take major roles in ensuring compliance of COVID-19 related SOPs. Manipur reports 345 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and 3 deaths in last 24 hours. Delhi reaches 16,621 deaths, toll rises to 127. And India's COVID-19 tally crosses 77 lakh. Death toll reaches 1,16,616. Recovery rate stands above 89%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is Prime-Timed Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening.